All right, family. We live with the general. You already know what time it is. We got that fire today. We're gonna be talking about how Malcolm X fought for Black Americans' reparations as a pan-Africanist, and you didn't even have no what you call quote unquote foundational Black Americans. And this is a backdated word. That's a word that just really come into existence in the last few years or so, and you just get people to identify with it, and fairly recently. So what they do is backdate history and say, oh, this is a foundational Black America. You don't know what that person's ideology was. So, the fact that y'all got to backdate and stamp somebody with so that you can have some history. You ain't got no history. You know what I'm saying? Because I could show you where the greats of our people identified with Africa, and they were quote unquote Black Americans. So I start with the greats. I don't start with those down scrubbing the bottom. I go to the greats. You see what I'm saying? I seen up there they had Mayweather. I don't go to Mayweather. I go to Muhammad Ali. You see what I'm saying? One of the greats spoke up for our people every fucking time. You know what I'm saying? In front of the beast. You see what I'm saying? On his camera, you understand? And identify with Africa. And Africa loved Muhammad Ali. You see? They love Malcolm X. You see? So we're going to talk about this before we get started. I want y'all to click that link at the top of the chat. Patreon, man, we got some fire. We're going to be talking about Lilith, Queen of Hell, Chief Goddess of the White World. And they say this demonic goddess, man, fed on children, man. You feel me? And when you look at the infant mortality rates and children coming up missing and at alarming rates, children dying today, the spirit of that demonic God is hovering above us, and you understand, and the cult of this God is of course being perpetrated by elites that are in power today and have much control over a lot of institutions in our community. We got to wake up to this. Also, we're going to be talking about the cult of Saturn, the control of Black music. And we see how many of our greats die, they steal, and but of course, in order to get in, you have to make take oaths and perform rituals, man. And this Saturn, which is one of the chief gods of the Romans, and they love Rome even over Greece, because Rome symbolizes imperialism and power, and Saturn was the chief king of the Roman gods, you understand, with the sickle and some symbolic power and conquest. And even today, many of these celebrations and holidays are in honor of him, such as Christmas, Mardi Gras, which is Saturnalia. That's all it is. That was how Saturnalia was practiced. So you want to get over here and see how many of these artists and actors and actresses have taken an oath. Many of them want to back out, but they don't let you back out. So I want y'all to check this out. Okay. Now let's get back to Malcolm X. We got to get back to Malcolm. You see, because he fought as a pan-Africanist, going, trying to build solidarity amongst African nations. He wasn't telling nobody to just up and go and move nowhere. He was saying, look here, man, if you support me while I'm fighting this beast over here, I'm gonna support you while you fighting that beast over there. Let's show support. You feel me? When we go to the UN, you understand, and I'm bringing a case against the United States for not civil rights. We talking about human rights. But even Khaled got on that, because at the end of the day, the United States, we see it, and that's why I continue to say, even when you go to the UN, you feel me, and you want to take him out of his own parameter, because if he stayed within the nationalistic parameter, he's most definitely don't have nobody above him, and really ain't got nobody but, they could put some pressure on him. You see what I'm saying? They could put some pressure on him, but even when you go to the UN, the United States and some of them elite nations, man, what they call, what is it, the council, it's like the top five, and all they had to do was veto the shit. It only take one of them to veto. The United States got veto power. I believe Russia, China, it's a few more got veto power. And it only take one nation to veto the shit, you know, and it kills the bill. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get nothing through that. You can't get none. That's a goddamn joke. That's worse than the damn Congress, where you can't pass a goddamn bill through the Congress because they all, you know, it's like the Civil War. It's like the Civil War. So, you know, you ain't getting shit through there. You know, it's either you got a blueprint for Black Power, nigga, it's a wrap for you. That's just all it is to it. And you can listen here and nigga, we can come back and we're gonna say, okay, what are the successes of today? What are the successes for today on its tours? And motherfucker, they rearranging everything where you can't even goddamn vote. They trying to take your goddamn history out of the goddamn school. They don't even want you, nigga. They trying to erase all type of Black history and shit. And, you know, they don't want DEI. They don't want none of your information in the school. They don't want you to even exist as far as that's concerned. And so you fighting uphill to think that the same man that wants you erase your history, want to take your little vote, you know what I'm saying? They just show you. They want your ass out of the way. And so if they are willing to go through, you think they're gonna give you some? I'm not saying don't fight for it, but I'm telling you, you're gonna have to run that motherfucker pockets. You ain't gonna be able to just, oh master, you know, hey, motherfucker, I just took your vote. You got enough nerve to come over here and ask me for some reparation? You understand what I'm saying? I don't even want you to vote, nigga. Would you get out of my way? Do you feel my energy? You know what I'm saying? Do I look like the type of motherfucker that's gonna give you reparations? I mean, I want you to be serious. You got to at least be serious. You know what I'm saying? You got to at least be serious. I'm not saying don't fight, but you got to be serious to know what you up against. We're not about to roll the ball up the hill with you niggas and play, you know, games with this beast. You know, and that's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to play games with the bees. That's what y'all want to do. I'm going to watch you. You understand what I'm saying? If I, you know, and because we're fighting anyway. We've been fighting, you know, on every front. We've been fighting. Malcolm been fighting. And many of the pan-Africanists have been fighting before y'all even got here. And many of the, many of the tactics you use and already been used. You didn't stole that from us, but you don't want to get credit because you want to keep people focused on this going back to Africa. Most of the Pan-African has been fighting right here for the liberation of Black people right here. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you're not doing nothing that, you know, that ain't already been done, but causing division where it don't need to be. We already got knuckleheads. You see, we already got knuckleheads and this, that, and the third. But we could do this, you know, and it's not about we leaving here. When we need some help over there, we need y'all to give us a shout out. If we get to, you know, we had to tear some shit up over here, we want y'all to make some noise over there and let them know that y'all ain't gonna just, you know, put y'all hands on us. We had to have family act up for us. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's about. Not that you got to move nowhere. Hey, your brother and sister over here, they over here trying to jump on us. Okay. And then same thing over there in Africa. When we see that they about to ride on our brothers and sisters over there, we got to make some noise. You see? What the fuck is y'all doing over there? You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of camaraderie we got to have. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to kill it because they want to go find, you know what? And the crazy shit about it, when you on a higher plane and you understand this shit for real, just like I showed y'all wealth distribution. And I showed you wealth distribution, right? And I showed you the global thing. Man, the American thing is already crazy. You talking about the top 10%. The top 10% own damn near 80% of all the wealth. Damn near. You know what I'm saying? The top 10% own damn near 80, close to 90% of all the top 10%. But when you go on a global scale, man, you talking about the top 1% on damn near, man, listen here. The shit is unbelievable. The shit is unbelievable when you go on a global. So when you understand this shit on that level, and then a motherfucker bring you a nigga with flip-flops on talking about that's the enemy. You mean to tell me y'all niggas is so simplistic? You understanding that the top 1% of the global elite got damn near 99.9% of all the fucking wealth on the planet. And you gonna turn around and look at a nigga with a flip-flop talking about heater, and what you gonna get out of that nigga? Man, y'all is being tricked. Y'all niggas is being tricked into the cauldron of chaos, nigga. Y'all not coming out of this shit. Y'all, some of you niggas is not coming out of this shit, nigga. They is dooming you niggas, man. You mean to tell me once you understand the dynamics of that motherfucking money, because we talking about the money game. Fuck this bullshit. Because you ain't getting none out of all that voting shit, nigga. That shit over with. It's been over with. You ain't gonna get a motherfucking thing. Don't even waste your time. So once you understand the dynamic or how this money is distributed on this planet, and that the top 1% on the globe, goddamn that 99, I'm not wasting my time with that bullshit you niggas talking about. That's irrelevant. That's fucking irrelevant. You gonna argue with a motherfucker in the 1%. Nigga, you got damn near 99.9% of the world, and you about to argue with a nigga that ain't got no more than you. Man, if you don't get out of here, yeah, you do not get up the fuck up out of here. But anyway, family, we're gonna keep it moving, man, because that was a quick and straight to the point message I want y'all to tap into. Keep it moving. We got a lot of videos we dropping today. Make sure you get over to Patreon, the Code of Saturn, the Control of Black Music. Also, I want you to get over there and check out Lilith, Queen of Hell, Chief Goddess of the White World. Ain't nobody dropping science like this, family. Over 600 exclusive live streams on Patreon. Come get that work, and I'll be black in a minute. Black Pop.